Hello and welcome to Hops and Bros. This week,
Welcome to Beer 101.
we're doing lagers. We're doing
Yes,
lagers.
we're doing lagers.
Yeah, it's one of the most popular styles, I guess.
Out there.
Out there for
After
sure.
ales, right? After ales.
After ales, I'd say. Yeah,
After
yeah,
or
for
before?
sure. Well, ales came before lagers, I believe. Oh, and I dropped some beer on me. Oh no. Anyways, lagers.
That's bad.
So the story behind it. Honestly, the thing with lagers is that there's a lot of stories, there's a lot of theories, not a lot of documentation on that.
Yep.
So it's mostly hearsay, mostly stories. So the story goes that some monks in Bavaria would ferment their beer in caves at colder temperatures, and they developed a special kind of yeast that would work better in those colder temperatures. In actual facts, it was more like in Bavaria, they did create those kind of yeast in colder temperatures, and they did use caves. It wasn't necessarily monks. I guess monks is more a romanticized way of saying it.
Yeah, but I heard a story about like Bavarian brewers taking their beers during summer to avoid the heat, to brew like their actual lager during summer, and hidden in the Alps
Okay.
with ice and like frozen like something.
Okay, just to be
everywhere,
able to
like-
keep it all cool. and
Yeah,
that's
for like
another,
3 months, but like weird kind of storage thing that you don't really know about. But
Yeah.
yeah, they had to start somewhere.
They had to start somewhere, and seen as lagers are cold fermented beers, you had to find a way to do it back before refrigeration.
But how cold it is?
Oh, I don't know, Chris.
When you do fermentation, like the fact of doing like a cold fermentation beer is to reduce the amount of deposit in your beer,
Okay.
because the yeast ferments,
Then
its
drops to
little
the
science stuff,
bottom.
drops in the bottom. So basically, you have lots of dead yeast in your beer if you see it a lot less clearer. Now we have like the fermentation, like the filtration process that exists, but back then
Didn't
that
have that,
wasn't really something. So that's why they were doing this, to create a lighter, crisper beer and make it more enjoyable, more easy drinking. Not enjoyable, because it's still enjoyable, right?
All beer's enjoyable.
All beer enjoyable. But cold fermentation, usually we're around 17 degrees Celsius to 22 for an ale. For lager, it's 7 to 13. So
Okay,
it's a lot
lot
colder.
colder,
We're talking
yeah.
about 10 degrees less than the actual ale. So it takes a yeast that performs a lot better
In colder
those,
temperatures,
In colder
yeah.
temperatures. So it's really special. But what it gives to the beer is a nice light crisp. Depending on what malts you're using,
Yeah.
we can definitely see that the Brooklyn Lager one right here is a classic American style. I won't talk that much about them, but if you have to check them, it's a good brewery to start off with. This one is a little bit darker, and this one is the 3-speed from Amsterdam Brewery, which is a lighter one at 4.2%. But you see that they're basically using different cereals to get
for sure.
different flavors.
Because
I
in
know
lagers, it's mostly the malts that are going to be the flavors in the beer, as the hoppy, floral, kind of like fruity flavors don't really cut through. It's mostly the malts.
Exactly. And also, one big thing about the lagers is that the real Bavarian guys, despite the Americans for destroying the recipe because they had it at chunks.
Yeah.
Like Miller, Budweiser, when they created the lager on the American market, they replaced a little bit of the malt with
They went for a
corn.
lot lighter beers, yeah, corn,
Exactly.
rice, and those beautiful things you see in beer now.
which back in Bavaria is not even known
yeah.
as beer. But they relate to that as non-lager beers because
Yeah.
of that. It's quite impressive. But these guys like have like centuries of experience in brewing. Then we take it up here, make it a bit less expensive, less tasty. And accelerate the production. It added CO2. So
they
that's
say it's progress. They say it's
They
progress.
say it's progress.
But yeah.
Thanks a lot, America. But yeah, what like you usually get in the pilsner. Yeah, now that I said it, the lager covers up a lot of
It's-
wide range.
It's basically half the types of beer that you see is either in the ale family or in the lager family.
So it covers up from like Buck, Doppelbock. You also have the Dunkels, the Pilsner, the Vienna, the Oktoberfest. So there's plenty of lagers that you probably don't even know that
Are lagers, yeah.
Are lagers. I learned that by myself too at the same moment because I was thinking of something else. But yeah, the taste of a lager is really smooth, crisp, you get a little bit of this depending on, like I just tasted this one and it's a less malty, a little bit more strawberry taste.
Okay.
Not less grassy than this one, but that's like you see it's so wide that you get a super wide range of flavors all around. So it's like the IPA. I gotta say, like the IPA. There's always a specific interpretation of a style by a brewer.
For sure. Everything's different. Your build is going to be different, even if it's the same type of beer. Even if you use the same ingredients, you're not going to have the same water. You're not going to have the exact same malts. You're not going to be using the exact same strain of yeast. It's going to be a little variant on it. So you will have some disparities.
Even water.
Throughout breweries. Yeah, water's a big one. Yeah. Water's a huge one for flavors.
Yeah. So I think it rounds up a little bit more of what's lager. I think we learned a lot more than we knew about
for
what's
sure. We
an
always
actual
learn
lager.
more.
And it also got me going into buying lagers. It's something that I totally forgot about. Because I was
great
like,
style of beer.
you only think about major macro brewers when you think about lagers, but there's really good little products made by local brewers. Really recommend to check out these guys. And next time you see a lager, grab it. It's really crushable, easy drinking. Makes it perfect for the nice summer that's coming up.
And if you like this video, if you like the Beer 101s, leave a comment below on what you want to hear for the next subject.
Yeah.
I mean, we're trying to cover all the different facets of beer, and we'll probably come back to lagers eventually. It's just the way it is. So
we're crazy like this.
So
cheers
cheers
to you guys, and hopefully we'll see you in the next video.
Well, again,
Yeah, hopefully.
yeah, but we won't see them. But
Oh
they'll
shit!
see
Yeah,
us.
yeah. I really have this problem. I feel that connection with people, but it's just a camera. Basically, you're a tripod, two
You're
sets of
basically
lights.
robots.
You're
That's what you are. Like you're technology.